Hello, welcome to Reading with Mr. Csomo. Today we're going to check out a really fun book called Incredible Animals. So let's look at it. Okay, as you can see, the title of our story is called Incredible Animals. And what can you see on our cover? Well, have you seen this bird before? It's a really beautiful bird and it has big feathers, and it's called a peacock. Now you can see peacocks normally at the zoo. We can't really see them in the wild in Hong Kong. Now Incredible Animals is what is called a non-fiction book, which means that it is true. It is about real things that you see in real life, unlike a comic or some other storytelling that is not true. So this is a non-fiction book that I will be sharing with you today. This is actually a chapter book, and today I will be sharing with you the chapter called Perfect Pets. Now, can you tell me what is a pet? Is an elephant a pet? Or a giraffe? No, not really. Actually, a pet is an animal that you can keep inside of your house. So in this book, they will show you some pets like super dogs, cuddly cats, clever geckos, skinny stick insects, busy chickens, and then finally at the end, you will be able to pick your perfect pet. So can you tell me how many of you have pets at home? Do you have dogs or cats or turtles or fish? Okay, there's many different kind of pets that you can have at home. And this story shows you some interesting animals that you can keep at home, like the stick insects, which I never knew could be kept in your house. So our little dog down here says, this text will help you to pick your perfect pet. So at the end of the story, we will be able to pick your perfect pet and which pet can be best for you. Let's check it out. Okay, our first part is about super dogs. It says dogs are great pets because they like to play. But did you know that dogs have super powers? Dogs can hear sounds that we can't hear. They are super sniffers too. Dogs can smell at least 1,000 times better than people can. Wow, that's some really interesting information about dogs. But there are some words in here that maybe you are not familiar with, such as sniffers. Now, sniffers means that they can smell really well. So if you smell some good food, you might make this sound, and that is called sniffing, okay? So dogs are always sniffing, as if you have ever seen dogs or been around dogs, you know that dogs are always sniffing and smelling everything that they can see. So dogs have really powerful sense of smell. As it says, they can smell 1,000 times better than you can. So they can smell everything. That's why when you see dogs, they are always smelling everything around them. Okay, you can see this little girl here, and this section says, meet my pet. This little girl, her name is Amy. So it says Amy's dog is called Jazz. Jazz likes to go to the park with Amy. Okay, as many dogs do, they like to go to the park and walk around and of course smell, which is one of their favorite things to do. Down here it talks about, is a dog your perfect pet? Okay, we will see this on every page about every animal. They have pros and cons. Pros means the good things about the animal. And cons means the things that maybe are not so good. So you can see the hearts here, the red heart, is right side up, and here, it's a blue heart and it is upside down. So this means that maybe cons, it's not so good. Pros, very good. So pros of dogs is that they are clever and loyal. Now, clever means that they are very smart animals. And loyal means that they will always be your friend. Actually, a dog is known as man's best friend. So dogs are famous for being very loyal. Now the cons. What is not so good about dogs? Well, they leave poo to be picked up. Okay, so if you don't like to pick up dog poo, then maybe the dog is not for you. Also, some dogs can be noisy. Some dogs can bark a lot. Okay, they can be very noisy. Maybe they can bother you or wake you up at night, or also bother your neighbors. One more thing to think about before getting a dog as a pet is the size of the dog. Now, if you have a very big home, then maybe you can get a very big dog. But if your home is not so big, do you think you should get a very big dog? Probably not, because dogs need room to exercise. They like to run and play. Okay, so if you have a smaller home, then you should probably go with a smaller dog so they can be more comfortable. Now, let's look at our next pet. And this is one that I'm sure you are all familiar with as well. And that is the cat. Okay, so this is cuddly cats. Cats make cuddly pets, and they talk to you too. Meow can mean play with me or stroke me. A loud meow could mean feed me. Cats can be bossy. Cats are sleepy pets. They sleep for about 15 hours every day. Okay, so this paragraph has some words that maybe you don't know. Okay, cuddly. Cuddly pets means that you can hug them. Okay, if something is cuddly, maybe you want to give it a lot of hugs. It can also mean that it's very soft and sweet as well. Okay, of course, meow is the sound that the cats make. And stroke me means to gently pet the cat, okay? Then it also says that cats can be bossy. Bossy means that they can tell you what to do. So, as it says, if a cat makes the meow sound very loud, that can mean feed me or feed me now. Okay, so that is an example of a cat being very bossy. Now here we can see this boy. His name is Luke, and it says Luke's cat is called Pixie. Pixie likes to chase toys. Okay, here you can see Pixie the cat's toy, and this is a toy mouse. Okay, so cats, of course, are famous for chasing mice, and this is one thing that they are good at. If maybe you have a lot of mice in your home, it could be a good idea to get a cat, because cats chase the mice away. So let's check it out. Is a cat your perfect pet? Remember, pros are good things, cons are things that are not so good. So pros. Cats are playful, which means they like to play with you, and they are clean animals, okay? So they're not very dirty, which is great. But the cons. Cats shed fur. Shed fur means that they lose a lot of hair. So cat hair can get everywhere. On your sofa, on your clothes, okay? So maybe if you don't like to clean up a lot of cat hair, then cat may not be for you. Cats also have sharp claws, okay? Which means that their claws, just like your fingernails, can be very sharp. And the sharp claws can actually scratch you or scratch the furniture in your home, okay? So this would be a con, but actually you can have your cat declawed. Declawed means that you can take them to the doctor and they can remove or take away the claws from the cat, so then you won't have to worry about that. I think cats are quite good animals for Hong Kong homes because cats do not need a very large home to live in. Cats are quite happy to be in a smaller space. They also don't need to go outside, so they can be perfect for keeping in your house. Now, our next pet. I wonder if any of you have this as a pet. This is called a gecko, okay? So let's read about the geckos. Clever geckos. If you don't have much space, a gecko could be your perfect pet. Geckos are little lizards. Most are good climbers. Their feet stick to walls to help them climb. They can even walk upside down. Okay, so that is about our geckos, okay? So it says they're good climbers. They could climb up walls. But for geckos, normally you would keep them in something like a cage, okay? So they don't walk all around your house, okay? And also they would be quite hard to find. It says that they can walk upside down, which means they can actually walk on the ceiling or of your home, okay? So their feet can actually stick to the ceiling or to the walls. Now, this little girl here is called Molly. And Molly's gecko is called Tinsel. Tinsel likes to climb onto Molly's head. Now, can you tell me how many of you would like to have a gecko on your head? And how many of you maybe, ooh, I don't want to have that gecko on my head? Okay, but it looks like Molly quite likes her pet gecko, Tinsel. So, is a gecko your perfect pet? Pros, which are the good things, is that they're easy to look after, and also they are quiet. Okay? Easy to look after means they are easy to take care of. Cons, the bad things. Geckos can be shy, okay? So maybe they aren't very playful pets. They also need to eat living prey, okay? What this means, prey are living animals or insects. Geckos actually eat insects such as flies, small worms, and their favorite food is crickets. But to get these insects for geckos to eat, you should go to the shop to buy them. For geckos, they say that you should not just go and get insects outside because those insects might be sick and you don't know, and then if the gecko eats them, the gecko can also get sick. So if you have a gecko, you have to go to the shop to buy crickets which are alive, flies which are alive, or small worms which are alive. And that is what the gecko eats. So I think feeding a gecko could be quite troublesome. Now, this is a pet that I did not know until reading this story that it can be a pet, okay? So this is the skinny stick insect. Stick insects look amazing. They are long and thin, just like sticks. Stick insects are the longest insects. A stick insect's leg can fall off, but sometimes it can grow a new one. Now, I found this quite amazing. So, if the stick insect loses its leg or its leg gets hurt, the leg will fall off and then another leg will grow. Okay? Now, if we lose a leg, that's all. We can't grow another one. So, stick insects are quite amazing. This boy here, Tim, has a stick insect as a pet. It says Tim's stick insect is called Twiggy. Twiggy likes to walk on Tim's hand. So, is a stick insect your perfect pet? Well, the pros are they are quiet and clean, okay? And also, I'm sure they don't take up much space. You can keep them in a small cage. Cons, they have a lot of babies if it's a female, okay? So if you start off with one stick insect, maybe you will get a lot of stick insects because they can have many, many, many babies. And stick insects can't really play with you. Okay, so I cannot imagine playing with a stick insect. Okay, and also about food, it doesn't talk about that here, but stick insects are what are called herbivores. So stick insects actually eat leaves, leaves of plants or leaves of trees. That is their favorite food. So to get leaves for your stick insect could be quite easy for them to be able to eat. So feeding them shouldn't be a problem. Now, our last pet that is introduced in this book are chickens. Now, I think having a pet chicken in Hong Kong would be quite difficult. Okay, let's find out why. Busy chickens. Would you like a pet that lives outside? If so, a chicken might be your perfect pet. Chickens like to be busy. They scratch in the dirt looking for bugs to eat. Chickens like to have a bath in the dust. This is how they look after their feathers. So you can see this little chicken down here, and it is actually taking a bath. It's cleaning itself. But is it using soap and water to clean itself like we do? No, it is actually using dust or dirt to shake off its feathers and to clean them. This is how the chicken can feel clean. So it says that chickens live outside. So unless you have a place outside to keep chickens, I don't think it would be a very good pet to keep in Hong Kong. But this boy, Jake, has a pet chicken, and it says Jake's chicken is called Lola. Lola likes to follow Jake around. Okay, so wherever Jake goes, Lola walks along with him, which I find to be very interesting that a chicken would follow this boy around, but this is his pet, Lola. So let's learn about if a chicken could be your perfect pet. So the pros, the good things about chickens are they are fun to feed, and they also lay eggs. Okay, so why would this be a good thing that they lay eggs? Well, we can actually use the eggs to eat. But the cons, chickens can be very noisy, and they also need space outside. Okay, so I think for most Hong Kong homes, we don't really have space to keep our chickens outside. So maybe it wouldn't be an ideal pet for us. Finally, this is about how to pick your perfect pet. Okay, so number one, you need to talk to your family to find out what they think about getting a pet. Okay, so if you want to get a pet, you should of course talk to your mom and dad and your family about what pet you might want to get and if they would like you to have a pet. You can also find out more about some different pets. You could even look after one for a day. So maybe your friend has a pet cat or a pet dog. Then you can take care of that dog or cat for one day and see if you enjoy it, see if you like taking care of it. Because once you get a pet, you must take care of it, you must feed it every day, you must give the pet water, okay? So it's quite a lot of work. Number three, you should look at the pros and cons of the pets. The score each pet with your family, okay? So you will give the pet a score okay? And you will see which one might be best for you. Finally, number 4, you can decide which pet is perfect for you. Okay, so here we can see which is your perfect pet. So you can score each pet out of 5. Okay, so this girl scored a dog with 2 paw prints. A cat gets 5 bowls of milk. A gecko, she scored with 4 gecko paws. Stick insect, she only gave 2 sticks to. And a chicken only got 1 egg. Okay, so which one is her perfect pet? Of course, it would be the cat. Okay, so this is just something to know about pets and some different pets that maybe you are not familiar with. So I hope you enjoy this story. Once again, if you are interested in getting a pet, talk to your parents about it, okay? And you can think about what kind of pet you might like. But please remember that if you want to get a pet, it is a lot of work to take care of them. So you must think about if you want to spend time feeding them, giving them water, playing with them, possibly if they're a dog, taking them for walks, okay? And also if you have enough room for the pet, okay? Is your home big enough for the pet? So these are just some things you need to think about. So I hope you enjoyed our story today, and I wish you all a great day. We will see you next time. Bye-bye.